Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. This is Dr. Carlos Sanchez with the Hispanic Chamber Connection radio show, and thank you for listening. Thank you for being with us. Today is the first week of September, and we're getting ready to roll with a great week. This is the beginning of fall season for all of us, and we're changing things up with the Chamber. We have a lot of news to share with you, but we also have a great guest who will share her methodology for being full of energy and full of life and living with zeal. We're talking about, of course, the one and only Karen Tompkins. Karen, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me, Carlos.
All right. Okay, well, we're going to talk. We'll talk about a whole bunch of different things. So just for you listening, relax and pay attention because we have some really good information for you today. Also, Karen's going to share some secrets because she's always, even at 2 p.m., right now I'm drinking a double frappuccino full of sugar. And Karen, of course, is bouncing off the walls with no need for anything because she's only on her Zurvita-produced Zeal products, which we're going to talk about in a couple of seconds. But first, we want to just share with you, listeners, a couple of things. The first one is that this Chamber of Commerce now has almost 500 members, and they're all business owners. And every one of our members has different forms of benefits that they take part in. And we're always focused on three things. So our focus is always on their visibility, on their business connections, and on their education, on their learning different things. So for visibility, we have different things like, of course, we feature our members in this radio show. And I would challenge anyone listening who belongs to a Chamber of Commerce, which Chamber of Commerce do you belong to that actually puts you on the radio? I think that matters because it's a very valuable benefit that we offer our members. Every one of our members has this benefit. We also do ribbon cuttings for our members like other Chambers of Commerce do, and we help them get connected with other people by doing about 20, 25 networking events per month. Obviously, we're in Katy, Galleria, and the Woodlands-Conroe. So we're in a very large geographical area. And, of course, for education. Last week, did you go, Karen, did you attend our social media marketing training?
I did.
And how did that turn out?
I was really inspired to just stop waiting for it to happen, get off my behind.
Oh, so you thought there was going to be like a social media fairy that's going to come and fix you up?
Yep, I'm thinking that's exactly what I thought it was going to be before.
So in general, I think a lot of us think, hopefully I'll meet someone, a kid preferably, who will help me fix all my problems with social media. And, of course, that doesn't happen.
No, it does not.
Anyway, we had this training, and we do training like this once a quarter of this type where we had about 35, 40 people at Amity Bank who we have to thank for facilitating the location on 45 and then 2920 right here in Spring. And so that's part of what we do as an organization. And a lot of folks have to realize that, and I repeat this a lot, that we're not a networking group. You know, people say, I love your group. We're not a group. Because a group doesn't pay rent. And a group doesn't do the things we do. You know, groups do other things. We're actually an organization that does pay rent. We have a brick and mortar, and we have an executive committee, and we have this whole setup, an infrastructure. So anyway, visibility, business connections, and education are the three pillars on which this Chamber of Commerce is built. And to that end, we do a lot of different events. I was just saying, we have different things this week that are interesting. The first thing is, of course, on Friday, we have new member orientation on Friday. So we used to do meetings like tomorrow in Katy and Thursday in Tamagaucha and Galleria. That's no more. Now, do you live near the Galleria, Karen?
I live pretty close. It's more West Chase, west of Beltway 8.
Right, that way instead of this way.
Right, south of Briar Forest, north of Westheimer. So.
Okay, so you're kind of close, but like how far away are you from like the Galleria itself? How much time?
Time, probably 20, 25 minutes, depending on the time of day, obviously, because we are in Houston.
So is it easier than for you to get up here, or?
Oh, no, it's much easier either to go to Katy or to go to the Galleria area.
Okay, so we have meetings there in both places. But we don't have them once a week anymore. We used to do them once a week, but we're changing all of that for the fall. And we're trying to add new things because, you know, it gets boring after a while just because people get complacent. That's a big deal, you know.
It is
when you have a meeting every week at the same place with the same people at the same location, over time, you say, well, I don't have to go this week. I can go next week. It's no big deal. Or I'm just not going anymore because I'm tired of all these people. There's always reasons. So what we do, even in the way we conduct our meetings, is we make sure people are on their toes. We ask you different questions and we go to different places. So, all right, so we said on Friday, we are in the office doing a new member orientation. Did you already do your orientation?
I did. It was.
At the Vanguard Insurance
That's
Agency.
where it was.
Okay.
Yes.
That was like a month ago.
Yes.
Something like that. Okay. So, Dad, did you do the orientation already? Where?
I did it right after our meeting in Katy.
Okay.
Abuelos.
Well, this is a long time ago. Abuelos. Yeah, that's back when we were in the first place in Katy, the first location, which you guys know why we switched, right? You don't know.
To support Chef
Well,
David?
mainly to support Chef David. Chef Dave Martin
Yes.
with Cape Cod Cafe. So if Chef Dave is listening, Chef, come on, you didn't show up today, so we didn't talk about you. Well, because the chef, every time he shows up, he's like, very enthusiastic about his restaurant and about his lobster and the kind of foods and everything. So it's very interesting. I love his food.
Yes.
Do you like? You've been to Cape Cod Cafe?
I have. I actually like to eat salad more than fried food. So
Well, it's not all fried.
no, it's not.
His lobster rolls are not fried. Only his onion rings are fried. The stuff he does, a lot of it is fresh. It's fresh seafood. So it's pretty good. Anyway, bottom line is he wasn't there, so he gets no more plug. On next week on the 10th, if you're listening and you are an ambassador of this Chamber of Commerce, on the 10th we have a meeting just for ambassadors. On the 11th, of course, we have a lady named Stephanie Fry. Remember Stephanie?
Yes.
Was she at your table? Was it? No?
She was
No.
at my table.
Okay. So we just did networking here in the Woodlands, and Stephanie Fry is the owner of a place called Siva Salon and Spa. And they do facials and all kinds of other things, not nails, just face stuff.
Oh, okay.
And but she shared a lot of information on Instagram
Yes.
last week, and she didn't bring any slides, which was interesting because everybody else did.
Yeah. But her information was valuable.
Very valuable.
She was credible,
Mm-hmm.
intelligent, and the detail was
And
good, but
kinda-
not overdone.
Right, and kind of pretty. So
Yeah.
there was everything was there at one point. So Stephanie's going to be here next week, and then of course on the 12th we have something else, and that's a monthly meeting in Katy. So that's monthly lunch in Katy. So maybe since it's close to your home, it's only once a month. Maybe you can join us there. All right. So that's 2 weeks, because on Friday the 14th we have something else, and I'm terrible because I'm reading without my glasses. That's orientation in Katy. I have them right here. I'm just not reading. I'm not using them because the camera is looking.
Vanity.
No, it's just it takes more time. Okay. Bottom line is here's the thing. We're very busy Chamber of Commerce, and today we had our monthly luncheon in the Woodlands-Conroe area,
Yes.
networking. And I was telling the people at the meeting, and I'll explain this more carefully, that what people should expect, maybe this should be on video and I should send it to people, is that when they come to our meetings, they should expect them to be workshops, not just regular tell us what you do type networking things. Because what I found over time is that what people value most, and what I've always valued about these meetings, is when they teach me something and when I make connections with people. So if I learn something, if somebody's there that tells me what to say, how to say it, and that's actually expediting the meeting process, that helps. It helps me as a business owner.
Yes.
So I'm not sure. What's your opinion of our meetings, Karen?
The reason I joined the chamber is because it's different. There is no lack of leadership within the meeting.
Now, we just like telling people what to do. You know how that is.
I think I said it more nicely.
Okay.
There's no lack of leadership.
It is a way of putting it, yes. Well, I got to tell you this, because, and maybe you guys have gone to meetings where there's no leadership,
Yes.
where it's just go.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming and just talk and whatever. And that's difficult. That's difficult, especially if you're running a business where time is so important,
Yes.
Anyway, that's where the whole inspiration part came from on my behalf when we started these meetings, to make sure that we try to get you to do business with each other.
Yes.
Otherwise, why do people show up? The food, did you eat today?
I did not eat today because I had eaten prior to, it just didn't work out that way.
Okay, and that's okay. We understand. But
Yeah. Most of the time I do.
I know. That's why I will say this. If you're listening also and you come to our meetings and don't eat, Yeah. You're in a restaurant. You should eat.
Yes,
I didn't
pay
say
for
you, Karen.
I did pay for tea, and even at Spring Creek Barbecue, I have a salad. It just is what it is. I'm interested in health and wellness, so I'm going to have a salad.
All right. Well, whatever it takes, right? The thing is, one way or the other, it's important that if you go to a restaurant and that restaurant serves seafood or whatever they serve, it's okay for you to have something there. And I say that to our members with all respect, but please understand, they open their doors because they're a restaurant, not because they're a meeting space.
Yes.
Like we can do a meeting space, we can do your home, my home, and have that be a meeting space, But we want the ambiance, we want everything else. So restaurants do have an expectation. So whenever they make funny faces at us, like they did at Abuelos, because we don't eat, then we have to figure out they don't like us here that much. So that's why we had to travel from Abuelos to the chefs. I mean, we wanted to support the chef, obviously, but I knew that the moment we moved from Abuelos somewhere else, that meeting was going to suffer because it was a great place, And we might still go back, but we might have to charge our members to be there. I mean, it'll be a minimum, maybe $10. I don't know, but still, if we don't somehow make it worth their while, they don't want to do it. Right. So bottom line is, we have 25 events this month, September. It's a very active month because we're also integrating our board of directors. So this month we're going to have a big retreat for the folks that are being part of that leadership for our chamber, and of course the ambassadors are having a meeting this month as well. So busy, very busy. All right, Karen. So you've come to the meetings sometimes. You come to a lot of the meetings.
I come frequently to the meetings.
Very frequently.
Yes,
That's true.
I'm not a part-timer.
True.
I come whenever I can.
Now, the biggest thing that we talked about earlier, that that you're always open to, that's people who want to start their own business. Mm-hmm. People who want to make an extra $500 a month. People who want something different, something new. And you're always open to things like that.
I am. One of the things that is part of kind of the system is that we want to teach people how to not just rely on their job, but how to find the right side hustle.
Sure, side hustle.
Something that
That's the way of putting it. Go ahead. Something that what?
Something that makes them feel good about themselves and feel good about helping other people. And that is what I found here. Mm. It's valuable to people in their lives to find the right thing, a healthy way to have energy at 2 p.m.
Okay.
Instead of
coffee?
Yeah.
Sugar?
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with coffee. The consequence is when you choose to get your energy from sugar or the chemicals that are in most carbonated energy drinks, is that it spikes you up and you fall off a cliff.
Okay, so come back to the business opportunity because we're going to take a break here in a couple of minutes, and I'd like to make sure we end the segment with that piece. That if somebody's interested in starting a business, how do they get a hold of you?
They can call me at 817-456-1131, or they can reach me on my website.
That's so cute. Did you read that?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
But you know what? I say it all the time, but it helps to have it in front of you.
Thank you, Tom Brody, if you're listening. Thank you, Tom Brody, because, yes.
And my website is www.zurvita.com/TompkinsK.
Tompkins K. Okay.
Yes.
So they can get a hold of you if they're interested in looking or exploring the opening of their own business or doing something like that.
Yes.
Okay.
We don't leave them out of the cold. We have an excellent mentoring program, and we're all right here.
You're all right where? Here?
Right here in Houston.
Oh, okay. So Zurvita's home office is here in the Houston area?
Yes, it's in City Center.
And so what do you guys expand to? I mean, are you global or is this company mainly here?
It is mainly here. And actually, we have lots of growth opportunity all across the United States as well.
Okay.
We have some representation in Houston and Dallas, California, but there are places where there is absolutely no one.
Right, I'm sure. How long has Zurvita been around? How long?
We just had our 10-year anniversary, and so it's a $100 million company that very few people have heard of.
And so where's the strength? Is it worldwide or is it the U.S.?
The strength is in the U.S.
Okay.
We have launched in Mexico this summer. We also have representation in
Australia, Dominican Republic, Mexico,
Mhm.
Hong Kong, Singapore.
Well, there you go. Okay, so anyone that's interested in an international company with an international business opportunity attached, please get a hold of Karen. Karen Tompkins. Is it with an S or without an S?
With an S, but no H.
There you go.
Tompkins.
So when we come back, we're going to talk to Karen and, of course, to Deb a little bit more about Zurvita and about how we can get a hold of these products and what they do for you. So please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for summer internship opportunities, Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to grab the mic and be on the air. Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world all year round. Be an on-air personality, talk show producer, or YouTube, TV, podcast editor. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776.
Lone Star Boxer Rescue is a nonprofit organization serving Montgomery County and surrounding areas, dedicated to the health and well-being of the boxer breed. Lone Star Boxer Rescue is run and managed 100% by volunteers since 1999. Our main objective is to rescue, rehabilitate, and rehome boxers that come to us from many sources, including local animal shelters, owner surrenders, and strays. For more information about Lone Star Boxer Rescue, visit our website at lsbr.org.
Hispanic Chamber Connections with Dr. Carlos Sanchez, President of the Woodlands-Conroe Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, featuring event announcements, member highlights, and more. Tuesdays at 1 p.m., broadcasting from the heart of Conroe, Texas on irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
The Hispanic Chamber Connection is sponsored by the Yamel Insurance Agency, located at 719 Sawdust Road, Suite 103, the Woodlands, Texas. The Yamel Agency is a family-owned insurance agency that provides home, life, automobile, and umbrella insurance coverage. Since 2006, the Yamel Agency has been a bilingual insurance service for businesses and private citizens in the Montgomery County area. For more information on the Yamel Insurance Agency, please visit the Hispanic Chamber Connection at www.irlonestar.com/HCC. The Yamel Insurance Agency is available by telephone at 832-525-5656 or online, www.yamelagency.com. The Yamel Insurance Agency is a sponsor of this program, and the Hispanic Chamber Connection thanks you.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julian Shea here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday, your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
We're back. We are back. This is Dr. Carlos Sanchez with the Hispanic Chamber Connection radio show, a program featuring members of the Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber. And of course, as you know, and as you've known, with this organization, you do not have to be Hispanic to join or to be a member. You only have to be interested in trying to penetrate both markets. And that's what we try to help you with. And whether or not that's successful, that just depends on all of us. You know, we've done training. We were just at Amegy Bank. We used to be there before. This is 2.0 for us at Amegy Bank. The first time we were there, we did Hispanic marketing training and direct sales training and all kinds of stuff. But that was a year ago. That's before you guys, you know. With a whole different group of people. It's just a Chamber of Commerce. That's what, you know, we enjoy, attrition, or our members come get something and leave. We're not one of those organizations that you have to come back, and you know, unless you want to be successful. If you want to be successful, you need to stay. You need to stay somewhere. You know.
Yes.
Anyway, so I'm not sure why I said that. The Hispanic Chamber Connection. Yes, we did the Hispanic marketing and how to work with Spanish speakers and things like that, which is a whole other, I think anyone that works in both markets will tell you that they are night and day.
I would believe
Oh,
that.
they just a whole different system, a whole different form of sales, a whole different form of everything. And a lot of folks love to assume, oh, they're the same. No, they're just not, because we have in Spanish, we have a whole different set of values, of beliefs, of attitude, a whole different way of living our lives. Right? So we don't respond to the same things, Americans respond to, because it's just not the same type of person.
So are you going to have the training again?
Maybe. It just depends. It depends if our members are willing to sit and do a seminar on that. Well, you would, but you'd be amazed. Some members are the ones I just mentioned. They think that everybody's the same, although it's rare. In our Chamber of Commerce, you don't join a Hispanic Chamber of Commerce thinking it's the same as a regular Chamber of Commerce. Regular, an American chamber, so to speak, right? This is an ethnic-based chamber. So just like this lady today who was telling me, your Spanish-only meeting, which we're having on the 21st. Is it the 21st? Am I reading this thing correctly? It is the 21st of September. We do networking in Spanish, right? The lady was asking, is it okay if I show up, I speak English, and I want to learn Spanish? I said, no, it's not a school, because it's not. People there are trying to conduct business, and they're trying to do the best they can to be successful. So when we show up there not speaking Spanish, what they try to do immediately, which has happened already, that's why we don't like it, the people who speak Spanish try to teach them Spanish because it's uncomfortable to them to have people that don't speak their language. That's very distracting. That's not business-like. So there's no need to get upset, and if you're listening, Leslie and others. No need to get mad. It's only one meeting a month. There's another 29 meetings in English that you can enjoy. You don't need to do that. And forcing that issue makes no sense anyway, because you won't be welcome mainly because you won't understand what we're talking about. We don't stop to say things in English. It's all in Spanish. The whole thing's in Spanish. So it's not about not being welcome. It's about understanding that it is what it is. It's a chamber of commerce, and we do some business. We do it in Spanish. We're not talking about you. We're talking about how to make money. Same thing. The same stuff you've heard. Anyway, I'm not sure why I got on that whole horse, but I'm glad I did, because that is there are very few things where we become an exclusive organization. I think that's one of the only things where we're exclusive. Exclusive in that, if you don't speak the language, then really, there's not much of a point in you being here. But bottom line is we have 29 other events, and you can do all kinds of things. So something we did want to mention to Karen and to Deb, now that you're on the air and everything else, is we were talking earlier about your ribbon cutting.
Yes.
And we're trying to figure out what the best date. It's probably going to be in October.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Is it okay, October, or do you prefer it before? Or what? Give me your thoughts on your ribbon cutting.
I would like to have a ribbon cutting that is impactful. Only
Ooh,
I haven't had one before, so I'm not really sure how that looks.
Okay, so let me tell you what I'm doing right now. I'm writing a book
Really?
on creating a successful ribbon cutting ceremony, something like that.
A whole book?
Well, it's a manual. It's a booklet. It'll be like 60 pages, no big deal, But it's going to be the thing people have to read or look at if they're going to make their ribbon cutting be successful. Because we've done hundreds of them by now, right? In the years that we've been around, and some of them are really awesome, and some of them are incredible. They're all good. They're all wonderful because they're all featuring the person, and it's a ceremony just in your honor. But the ones that are really good are the ones where people actually invite all their friends. They really make it a point, to invite people. So they become the promoter of their own ribbon cutting. Online, they have, Eventbrite, they do Meetup, they do social media, and they get 40 to 50 people. And that's what makes a good ribbon cutting, that plus the food. And yes, you do have to, when you serve food, if you're serving food for Spanish speakers, it's going to be all non-healthy food. Well, okay, so you don't have to worry. Most of your people that are going to show up are going to be people who speak English. So they'll understand healthy food. The thing is this, if you try to serve only healthy food, they won't eat it because they don't eat that all the time. You have to go to the lowest common denominator, which is the guy that's going to eat the meatballs and the stuff, chips, things like that. The most popular food that we've ever had was a guy who bought tons of tacos and guacamole and chips, and it was just wonderful, wonderful. And we had like 50 people in my office, so it was just huge. And that was a very successful ribbon cutting. One we just did with the ML agency. Did you go to the ML agency one? ML agency.
No, I did not.
We had about 50, 60 people there too, here on Sawdust, here in the Woodlands. And they got a lot of folks because they dedicated themselves the whole month to invite. So you really have to insist, because some of these peeps, you know, they're busy business people, and
Yes.
they don't show up if you don't insist.
Yes.
You know, like did you go to what's this? Latinas Without Borders?
I did not. I had a conflict.
Okay, of course. No, I get it. I agree.
I mean,
It's honest. No, but here's the thing, though. Did you see how many people showed up to that thing?
yes,
There's a ton of people.
yes.
Okay, the reason people show up like that is because you insist on them coming. And Sabrina Mel did a great job of just not going after, but actually saying, okay, Karen Tompkins, we need to see you here. And she got commitments.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
terrific.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do for your ribbon cutting. You see what I'm saying? Is like we have the whole directory at your disposal. We have all of our members at your disposal. But if you just say to them, oh, yeah, come to my ribbon cutting, they'll say, okay, I'll be there, but they won't show up. They just don't, because there's too much to do, you know? And now our ribbon cuttings are generally from 6 to 8, 5:30 to 7:30, but 6 to 8 p.m. in general. It's a 2-hour reception. So if you compare that to other chambers of commerce also, if you went to other chambers that are around here and asked for a ribbon cutting,
It would be
After-
during business hours.
and after the whole ordeal of whatever process you have to go through, it's during business hours. And if it lasts a half hour, you're lucky,
Yes.
because they show up.
Yep.
The onus is on you for the whole thing. They cut the ribbon, take a picture, and they leave. For us, no. For us, we really, and we'll engage. You're not going to be alone in inviting people and in finding ways to make you look good, you know? But that's the whole point.
Yes.
And during the ribbon cutting, everybody will introduce themselves to you, the ceremony part, but you will have 2 minutes to talk about Zurvita and about your business. And, you know, so it's all in honor of the recipient of the ribbon cutting. And what's odd about ribbon cutting is that as a Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, people who speak Spanish don't get it. We don't do ribbon cuttings back home,
Okay.
you know? And they might do a ribbon cutting, but it's people with bigger businesses and people with more influence. It's not just a regular roofer that does a ribbon cutting in Mexico and Latin America. So when I say to them, hey, you got a ribbon cutting, they go, oh, okay. You know, it's just like the radio. It's like, because the concept is not in their minds, right? So,
Yeah.
so for a small business owner like yourself, and along with Deb, it will become a matter of educating people and telling them you got to be here, et cetera, et cetera. But it's a great way to find soldiers and to find followers, because you're having a party for them. You know, I would also a big deal would be to align yourself with some of the bigger partners. For example, since it's going to be in my office, in our offices here in Sawdust, align yourself with the ML agency and talk to them about them helping you, and you can plug them some way. I'm not even sure how, because they're plugged everywhere anyway. But you know, as sponsors of this radio show, they're very open to partnering with others so that you can cross promote.
Okay.
You know, as long as they understand your business and they understand Zurvita, I think it'll be meaningful for them.
Okay.
You know? So things like that make ribbon cuttings more successful. What doesn't work is trying to get people to sponsor stuff. Like, okay, I'm gonna make Deb. She's going to sponsor the tacos, and you know, this other guy over here, Roger, he owns a weight loss clinic. Well, he's gonna sponsor the water and like that. That's not the way. That's tacky,
Okay.
and so we discourage that. We've had members do that, and when I walk in and see everything tagged, right? This is sponsored by such and such and by such and such.
Yes.
That doesn't look good. It's not necessary. It's just a thing. It's a thing for you, not for everybody else.
Okay.
Right? So, all right. So that's the book. It's as easy as pie. Ready? Prepare, invite, enjoy. Yeah, pie.
Great.
Prepare, invite, enjoy. Right? So you prepare.
Very clever.
I know. But the pie thing is, it's not a hard thing to do. It's a party.
Mhm.
So if you like throwing parties or know people who do, that's a ribbon cutting,
Okay.
right? And you prepare enough food for the amount of people that are going to be there and more.
Right.
Because as a culture, we like to take food home. It is what it is, right?
So you provide little take-home boxes too?
Maybe you do, yeah. Because there's a lot of folks do that. They take the food home
That's a
for their
great idea.
babies and stuff. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a different way of doing it. So the one that has not been successful that I've seen about the food
Mhm.
is one time somebody brought chips and salsa, just like that. That was it, chips and salsa, that they bought it at the corner gas station on their way to the ribbon cutting. So no thought was given to a reception, to a real thing. So people are disappointed because it's during dinner time that they show up to these things.
Yes.
And so they expect something. They expect you to, and like I said, the most successful one was the big taco bar. All right. So enough about ribbon cuttings. I'm going to take that recording and use it for my book on ribbon cuttings. Right now, just so if you're listening and if you're just tuning in, we're talking to Karen Tompkins and to Deb Neighbors. They are with Zurvita. Zurvita is a company that's worldwide. It's a $100 million company. They have wonderful, wonderful nutritional products that will help you gain your energy and become youthful again. And right now we're going to ask Karen, if she would, to sort of tell us a little bit about Zurvita one more time, just from name all the way to how to get a hold of you, if you don't mind, Karen.
The name Zurvita actually means a higher way of life. It's a Latin word. And that's the goal, is to help you achieve a higher way of life. Our flagship product is Zeal. It's a tasty beverage that is made from more than 25 botanicals, including all the superfoods that you have ever heard of and some herbs that you never have. It helps you in 3 ways: focus, energy, and you'll just feel better. The formula is very specific and unique in our product, and it was created so that your hands
It's all right. What I'm trying to tell you is give us your phone number so people can get a hold of you.
Okay. My phone number is 817-456-1131. My website is www.zurvita.com/TompkinsK.
Thank you, Karen. And the reason I'm trying to keep it under a minute,
Okay.
Because otherwise I can't put it on Twitter and I can't put it on LinkedIn. They only give me 1 minute of time.
Okay.
And so that's why I'm like, right? Because you're explaining some things that matter, but now you can start explaining those things. So actually,
Okay.
you can tell our listeners a little bit more about Zurvita. I didn't know that the chemical composition or the way they're composed is full of all kinds of stuff that helps your body and helps you have the energy you need and everything else. So why don't we do this? When we come back, we'll talk a lot more in depth about what's inside of these Zeal products.
Okay.
So we're here with Karen Tompkins, Deb Neighbors. When we come back, we'll talk a lot more about Zurvita. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question, comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station on irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
Does your company have needs that can be met by an employee who is dependable, hardworking, enthusiastic, motivated, cooperative, respectful, and punctual? Conroe Independent School District Special Education Department can meet your needs by connecting you with potential employees that have been preparing for a lifetime of employment. We have numerous individuals seeking paid and unpaid work experiences. If your company is interested in seeing how we can meet your business needs, call Conroe ISD Special Education Department to find the best employees for you at 936-709-7671.
The Hispanic Chamber Connection is sponsored by the Yamel Insurance Agency, located at 719 Sawdust Road, Suite 103, the Woodlands, Texas. The Yamel Agency is a family-owned insurance agency that provides home, life, automobile, and umbrella insurance coverage. Since 2006, the Yamel Agency has been a bilingual insurance service for businesses and private citizens in the Montgomery County area. For more information on the Yamel Insurance Agency, please visit the Hispanic Chamber Connection at www.irlonestar.com/HCC. The Yamel Insurance Agency is available by telephone at 832-525-5656 or online www.yamelagency.com. The Yamel Insurance Agency is a sponsor of this program, and the Hispanic Chamber Connection thanks you.
Hey guys, this is Connor.
This is Dick.
This is Chris.
And we're with the Ticket Stub Podcast every Thursday live at noon on 104.5 and 106.1 FM in the Conroe area. Also, anytime at irlonestar.com. You go to irlonestar.com/TTS. You can find all of our social media.
And don't forget, we give away 2 tickets to the Grand Theater on every show.
If you like movies and you like complaining or celebrating anything that has to do with the silver screen, check out the Ticket Stub Podcast and join us every Thursday at noon o'clock on Lone Star Community Radio.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That's Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on the computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. A Lone Star Community Radio. Broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
We're back. We are back. We are back. This is Dr. Carlos Sanchez, the Hispanic Chamber Connection radio show. Please dance along. Dance along, Karen. Come on. You dancing? Okay. Because people are watching. Might as well see you having a good
Do
time.
we really need to go for it? I gotta get up.
With all that energy you've got going on. So, I mean, it's admirable. People look at you and say, what is this lady doing? And that's your biggest testimony right there, that you're very congruent with Zurvita and what you guys are doing. But I'm going to ask you one more time, just go ahead and tell us your name and the benefits of Zurvita, if you don't mind. Go ahead.
I'm Karen Tompkins. And Zurvita is a health and wellness company that has a flagship product called Zeal. And it contains more than 25 botanicals, all the superfoods that you've heard of, and herbs that you never have. It is formulated so that they work together synergistically, which just means in the best way.
And what does it do for you?
It helps with energy. If you have ever met yourself falling to the floor at 2 p.m. thinking, I just got to take a nap, then you may need Zeal.
How can somebody get a hold of you, Karen?
817-456-1131 or my website, www.zurvita.com/TompkinsK.
Very good. That was 1 minute, so that's perfect. Thank you. You did a good job, Karen, of explaining basically the benefits of Zurvita.
Okay.
And the bigger thing there is just to realize that most people do run out of gas at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
2 to 3 p.m. is the crunch time. And of course, we drink coffee or worse yet, Red Bull or all that other stuff that's out there.
Right.
And Zurvita is a good supplement to that. I mean, instead of that stuff, you drink Zurvita, and that actually helps you with your energy. But what else does it do? Does it do anything for your metabolism or a little bit deeper? Is there more, like outside of energy, what are the benefits have you guys been or seen occur to people's health with Zurvita?
Well, some of the herbs that are in Zurvita are adaptogenic herbs.
Adaptogenic.
Yes.
Come on.
And that means that they will help your body get back to normal. If you're battling high blood pressure or low blood pressure. It's the same herb that helps your body find normal. If it's high blood sugar or low blood sugar, the herb will help you find normal, or the combination of the vitamins and minerals that are a result of the combination of the herbs together.
You also have a protein there. What's the deal with the protein?
We have a transformation system, which is weight management.
Got it. Because the transformation part was interesting. We talked about that today. So how do you
Yes.
transform someone who's a 200-pounder into what?
Into whatever their ideal weight is.
And the protein helps them with that?
The protein helps. We also have the other elements, which are cleanse and burn. Cleanse just helps with gut health, and the burn is a thermogenic, so it helps raise your metabolism.
Okay.
But anytime that you are trying to lose weight, one of the things that you want to do is make sure that your muscles are in good shape, whether it is getting stronger muscles or getting more muscle. Your body burns calories in your muscles.
Right.
And so you want to make sure your muscles are good to go, and protein is the food that you need for good muscles.
Wow. Okay, so that's why you guys have a whole protein line. How many products does Zurvita actually promote? I mean, what would you say, 10, 15, 20?
We have 5 products.
Okay, so 5. And now some of these products also have like proof of results, right? That you've seen.
So we went to a company called KGK,
Mhm.
and normally our clinical trials are developed, with people who have some sort of ailments, some symptoms. What we did was a little different, is we actually tested our products, tried our products on people who were healthy, felt like they ate right, were doing good in life, didn't really have any ailments.
Right.
And what our clinical trials showed was we actually saw 23% less anxiety,
Okay.
18% less fatigue, 9% less confusion, depression, anger. And if you've been part of Houston traffic, you know what anger is. And
Okay.
so we need to manage that as well. And just a general overbeing.
Now, these percentages that you're talking about, they're documented on your website somewhere?
They are.
You know,
We do have the clinical trials by KGK.
this is
on our
why I
website.
asked you that, because I know they are. And it's so important, guys, whenever, and for the listeners to know, whenever people make claims of any kind, and we do this also for business. If businesses tell us that they've been around for 10 years or that they've been awarded something or other, you have to remember, people will go and Google. They'll Google you to find out if it's true. They'll check you, and they've done that to me. As a chamber, they've done it to us many times, and even to me professionally, they will go and look up my name. Is he really, PhD, or is he really this or that? And like, yeah, but or is he really an author? Because that's another thing people ask. Did I really? So, what you're saying now is verifiable information that actually gives you credibility, and I think at some point that matters. It matters to not only say that to our members so that they can hear that, but also to your public.
Absolutely.
So, do you guys have meetings that talk about this stuff, and when are they?
So Tuesday, we have our Hispanic meetings at 8 p.m. At our headquarters in City Center, where we have the top floor of the Amagi Bank building.
Wow.
And then on Thursday nights, we do the same presentation at 7:30 p.m. in English.
So why do you guys do it at 8 p.m. for the Hispanic crowd?
Well, I don't really know scientifically why they chose 8, but I know that there is Latino time and our time.
Okay. All right. So what people believe to be, and I guess, the saddest part about that is that some of it that it applies, but not all of it. Because obviously, if you come to any of my meetings, no, we run our meetings on time.
Well, and you talked about the differences, right, and the different values. And you will never see children at the English-speaking seminar on Thursday, and you see people bringing in
It's
their
like
babies.
child care for us. I know.
So it is. You have to respect the values. We took all of our presentations and did them in Spanish. We didn't just convert English to Spanish. Because we really do value the Hispanic market.
A bigger thing too would be, and I've posted this stuff extensively, my frustrations on social media about translators, about not only simultaneous translators, just regular translation, that most people don't do it well. They don't do it right. So it matters because if I'm in your audience and the translations are incorrect, with the loss of credibility, people are looking for ways to say no.
Exactly.
And that's just one of the other way that So I'm glad that you guys are taking time to try to figure this thing out. And so how big are those meetings in Spanish or the Hispanic meetings? Are they in Spanish?
Yes.
Yes, on Tuesday night.
Yes.
That's tonight. Tonight's
Yes,
Tuesday.
that's tonight. That is tonight.
So those meetings are usually standing room only. The English meetings, we are getting to that point, but it's right off of the starting gate was Zeal. Zeal's been around since 2011, and it has been, we talked about their diet not being ideal, but most of those people really do want to feel good. They want to feel better.
Are you talking about in both English and Spanish? Or
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, everybody does.
Sometimes you think, well, if you look at their diet, they don't care about their health. They really do care about their health.
I think all of us do.
And that's why, Zurvita and Zeal has taken off in Mexico and with the Hispanics, because it offers something that's affordable, that they can enjoy, it tastes good, and they really can get healthy.
So there's other companies that do similar things, that do energy products and things like that. But these products here, they're natural in their essence, right? I mean, they're not.
Yes, 100% natural.
So like this, for example, the way to take this is I put water in this thing here.
Yes.
Cold water or just regular? Doesn't
Cold
matter.
is better.
Cold water is
Cold
better.
is better.
I shake it up.
Yes.
How many of these should I have a day?
2 is the recommended.
Okay. And they come already prepackaged like this. So they come like in boxes of whatever?
They do. But if you are on an automatic shipment,
Mm.
you're going to get a canister with 30 servings that you can use at home and 12 of these bottles that you can take with you.
Ah, okay. Now, what if I just take one of these bottles and use the canister to empty it in? Could I
That
do
would be
too?
very smart for you.
Okay, but I can, well, portion control and whatever, right?
Yes.
So,
Well, the other reason we do is that they travel very well, especially if people are on airplanes. They can take the small bottles very easily. And the other thing is we value our customers and our growth, so we hope that you're going to give these samples away, and we show you a way to get your products for free.
and I do want to tell the public that's listening that these products are quite tasty.
Yes, they
I
are.
think the red one is the one I've tried many times. Well, no, a few times.
Yeah.
Every time
Yeah.
I can steal one from Deb. And they're good. They taste good.
Yeah,
you know?
that's my favorite as well.
So let me ask you then. I mean, they give you energy, but to get other benefits, how long does it take to begin to like really feel the benefits of Zeal?
It depends on the person.
Yeah, you can be clogged up and take forever. I know.
Yeah. Like, for instance, I had a friend who was she had a thing going on with her sinuses, allergies, whatever.
Thing.
And she,
No, go ahead. No.
I don't want to get into any
I know,
details.
No,
Yeah.
not necessary.
So, but you know how when your sinuses are blocked up, you just feel like your
Yeah.
head just is full of fog. And I said, well, if you'd like to try this, you may feel better. And within 20 minutes, she said, I feel better. I don't get this."
Unfogged.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So I think foggy mind or whatever that is. A lot of folks go through that in terms of because of their diet and because of just the way they're living their lives. You know.
Yes.
So how do you get the word out with this? I mean, outside of your meetings, what else do you do to make sure people understand that this stuff actually works and can help them? What other things do you do?
We try to meet new people
New people.
everywhere we go, new to me.
Uh-huh.
'Cause
New friends. Make new friends.
yes.
Mhm.
So, all you have to do is stand still and I will start talking to you.
Okay.
And we want to educate people.
Can people go to your website?
They can.
So that's Zurvita.com/Karen K.
It's Tompkins K.
Tompkins K.
Yes.
They can go check you out and watch maybe a video or two there about the benefits.
Yes. In fact, there are several videos about the company itself, why we started, and the decisions that were made that brought the company to this point, and what we're trying to accomplish in helping people attain their very best health.
Okay. All right. Wow. So another question then becomes, because somebody was asking here, so I'll read it to you. Do they work with chamber members, and have they promoted us? Have they promoted themselves in the chamber? Because I have not heard of them.
Have they been?
Have you been? Do you live under a rock, sir? What's up?
Well,
I mean, you
is
guys,
that someone who has not been
they don't
to
attend.
the meeting?
He's full of baloney. I mean, he knows who he is, but they don't necessarily attend. But you guys do talk about this at the chamber.
We definitely do.
Do you? Yeah, you do. I've seen you and I've heard you do it. And so far though, how effective has it been to belong to the chamber? Have you found any answers? Have you found any people? Have you received any referrals and or money so far? And you can say no, it's okay. We'll admonish them right here on the air. Like,
Well,
come on.
no, I have. I've had people from the Hispanic Chamber come and visit, do our corporate tours, and it's just it's a mindset. It's getting people aware. I say that we're kind of secret agents, and we just have to kind of not be secret agents anymore and get the word out.
Yeah.
But to be $100 million company and no one in Houston has even heard of is pretty.
Okay.
It's a strong statement, right?
But how do you propagate then? If talking to people one-on-one is getting this result, is there other things that you're doing? Right? Like, are you on social media? Are you trying to get the word out that way? Don't answer that yet. When we come back, we're going to learn more about that and about how we can get a hold of you, how they can attend your meetings. And I know you have a Super Saturday coming up. We'll talk about that when we come back. So please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for a summer internship, Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to learn the radio and TV business. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776. Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world.
We're back. We are back. This is Dr. Carlos Sanchez with the Hispanic Chamber Connection radio show. Thank you so much for being with us. We have some great news. There's a possibility that anybody listening can learn more about Zurvita, can attend one of their meetings. They call these meetings Super Saturdays because a whole bunch of things happen. Executives from the company will be there. Products will be there. You'll learn a lot more about it. It's going to be on what date, Karen?
September 29th, a Saturday, which is, of course, why we call it a Super Saturday. It is a free event, and it will be from 1 to 5 p.m. at Hotel Sorella in City Center.
All right. And there, what's the big feature there? What's the big attraction? Why should people show up to that thing?
Because they're going to learn about the biggest trend in health and wellness that has come along in a long time. So in order to find out more about that, we want you to show up.
Okay. So if they want to call you, Karen, and ask you some questions, what should they call?
817-456-1131.
All right. And your website?
www.zurvita.com/TompkinsK.
Okay. So how many people do you expect to be there at this Super Saturday of yours? So you expect
About 500.
And they're all going to meet in the same place and talk about the same thing.
Well, we are going to have Spanish speakers as well.
Oh, is that like special?
Well,
should be.
Because we want people to be welcome.
Well, let me tell you this, just so you know, and for those of you listening, just so you guys understand this, Spanish speakers are very given to network marketing and direct sales because it's a very auditory culture. In other words, we still learn everything through word of mouth. We don't read necessarily as a habit. We can read, but we don't read. So because it's such a feeling and auditory type culture, we love things that we don't have to provide all of our legal documentation to belong to. It's a thing. Network marketing direct sales is huge in the Spanish-speaking market. That's probably why you're seeing so many people come that speak Spanish. And you can capitalize. So thank you very much, Karen. Thank you very much for being on the show, Deb. We'll see you guys next week. And thank you.
Thank you, Carlos.
Talk to you guys real soon. And this is Carlos Sanchez saying goodbye. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.